Good evening. Law enforcement agencies and political leaders have slammed the lawlessness and promised action. A series of follow-up raids has resulted in the deportation of hundreds of undocumented migrants, causing an outcry among Joburg's diverse and dense immigrant communities. Foreign nationals are now arguing that the South African government has targeted them unfairly and trampled their human rights. After a day of looting today, some of it targeting foreign nationals in Joburg, it appears this looting has now spread to Marabastad in Pretoria. Our reporter Molemo-Waone Mothoa is there. She joins us now. Molemo, good evening to you. What's the situation there? What's been happening there through the day?
Good evening, Stevens and viewers at home. We actually are coming live to you from Marabastad in Pretoria. The city has experienced some further disruptions later this afternoon when a group of protesters embarked on a spree, burning some of the makeshift dwellings just behind me there. We actually right now are not sure as to whether those were owned by foreigners or whether it was a mixture of locals and foreigners as well. And there's a scrapyard as well that we have been made to understand that it has been set alight as well. But with me now to hear more on that, I'm with Senior Superintendent Isaac Mahamba. Senior Sup, can you just tell us as to what really has prompted this incident? We know for sure that from last week there's been some incidents of burnings and lootings in the city. So what is the latest?
We made to believe it's a continuation of what started last week. A group of people came here and started to burn or set alight these makeshift shacks that are here, including a scrapyard just behind the shops of the so-called foreigners on the other side.
And any perhaps arrest as to who are responsible?
Here there are no people that have been arrested, but what happened is that from here they continued to another area. That's where we started to disperse them and we fired some rubber bullets. Yes, we can confirm that people were injured, including one of our Metropolis cops is also injured, was found by a stray bullet while we were busy shooting to those protesters that we were dispersing. But we've been told again that there is a miner who inhalated smoke during the process. Yes, we have arrested over 10 people. At this stage, we are not going to give number as yet because of it's just happened. And as I'm talking to you now, those people are being processed at the local Pretoria Central Police Station. So it's quite early to determine the number. But yes, there are people that have been arrested. And we are saying to the protesters who are appealing for calm as the city and police, we are saying again that I will deploy our Metropolis officers to restore order. And the citizens that are doing business here around the city, the people that are supposed to go to work, the kids that are supposed to go to school, they should not yet panic. We are continue to be here, and it's our duty as police to serve and protect them. So we'll be here until order is being restored.
Can you also confirm, Senior Sup, if there's any child that was found dead in one of the shacks?
And no, not at all. There were those, information that came out that there was a child that has been found inside one of the shacks. We have confirmed with the authorities, specifically the guys from the ambulance, the EMS, there was no child that was found in there. As I'm saying, it's only one child who just inhaled smoke, and she's fine now, we are told. And they're given advice again by the paramedics to say they should be taken to the hospital tomorrow morning. But no one is injured in this particular shacks that were banned here.
Thank you, Senior Super. If we can also hear from the MMC current mayor as to, Mayor, will there ever be an end to the site?
I trust and hope, really, I do hope that we do see an end to this. The fact remains that last week when we started with this kind of violence, we sat around a table, and when I say we, it's the City of Tshwane, Team PD, South African Police Force, the Provincial Commissioner, the MEC for Roads and Transport, as well as the Taxi Association leadership. And we determined that from now on we will sit around a table and discuss issues as it comes up. and we'll address it in that way. We need to start listening to each other and hold each other accountable. The fact that what happened here today is catastrophic. It's unacceptable. This kind of behavior we cannot continue. You see all the small kids here behind us. It is unbelievable. How can you take justice, so-called justice, in your own hand? These are really people that didn't deserve this kind of behavior. So it's unfortunate. Luckily, we have from our side of the City of Tshwane side arranged some temporary shelter for them tonight, as well as some food, and we've sent out messages for any donation that people are willing to give to us. But we trust and hope that this kind of situation will stop, that we can deal with this kind of situation in future as grown-ups and sit around a table and not just run to the streets and act in a violent manner.
Well, there are reports that these people here are now fearing for their lives, saying that once the law enforcement officers leave the place, leave the area, they really are not sure as to what's going to happen to them and as to how are they going to face the night tonight. Any plans from the city?
Yes, Team PD will be here tonight to make sure that they're safe, and we will move from there to see what the situation is tomorrow or the day after. But we will not leave them as is on their own device tonight.
Thank you, MMC. There was MMC Karen Mayor from the City of Tshwane, and that's back to you in the studio.
Well, Molemo, thank you very much indeed. Molemo-Waone Mothoa there with you with the latest on that story. More to come.